Hi there. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. And today I'm going to be telling you about a hair growth spray that I have. Sorry, it's not a spray, it's a hair growth blend that I have been using and mixing into my shampoo, just in my hand. I've realized that I have to do something about my hair. I didn't realize that it was as dry and damaged here where I use the curling iron until a hairstylist told me that. And I realized that I had to do something about increasing the keratin in my hair. How does one do that? But I came across this hair growth spray, and so I wanted to tell you a little bit about that. But first of all, I wanted to share with you something that I don't talk about very much, and I think it's time that I did. And it's why I decided to do doTERRA as a business at this point in my life. Because okay, so I decided that once I retired, I was looking for something else to do. And this is something I may have told you before. I've always been interested in alternative health. But I also have had a few experiences in my life that have made me want to try natural solutions before I try traditional approaches for physical and mental health. Whoops, I'm trying not to say the H word. Physical and mental concerns. So one of those is that when I was 12 years old, I had a streptococcus infection, as I remember it. And our family doctor said to my mother, she needs to go on an antibiotic, and said, I have these samples of a new drug. Would you be agreeable to her going on these? And my mom agreed. And that was when I was 12 years old. And by the time I was in high school, by the time I was in grades 11 and 12, I didn't realize it at the time, but I was having trouble in school. I'd gone from being like top of my class to experiencing a lot of, I just realized later that I wasn't absorbing information. I didn't realize that my hearing was going down. I didn't realize that I needed to sit in front of the class in order to be able to understand the teacher. So by the end of grade 12, my mark in math was a D, and even in English it was a C and C plus. So I didn't feel very good about the way I finished high school. But it wasn't until I was 26 that a friend said to me, "Are you ignoring me, or are you just not hearing what I'm saying?" And I realized that I was going to have to get my hearing tested. So at the age of 26, I was diagnosed with hearing loss. And it has gone down a little over the years. I was told that with each baby it would go down a bit, probably. And so at this point, I have a moderately severe in one ear to profound hearing loss in the other ear. And I wear 2 hearing aids. And I get by with, most of the time, all I need is my hearing aids. I do have an assistive listening device, which is a little microphone that I use in some situations. But where it shows up mostly is in groups. So when I'm in groups, I have difficulty following the conversation. So I can meet somebody and I can have, a one-to-one relationship with them for quite a while. And then when I am visiting with them in a group situation, that's when things feel a little bit different to me. And that's when I have to say to them, I have hearing loss, and so when this is going on, I'm not hearing you very well. But because there was that connection between the antibiotic that I took at the time, I later found out from audiologists, and I've seen many over the years, that there's a certain class of drugs that can have the side effect of causing hearing loss, and they're antibiotics. Every audiologist is very familiar with them, and a lot of them end in the letters MYCIN. So I think very carefully before I decide to take an antibiotic, because I don't want to lose whatever hearing I have left. And I also encourage other people to look at the side effects when they are given a prescription, so that they understand have fully informed consent before they take a drug, so that they know what they're getting into. It doesn't happen with everybody, but it does happen with some people, and it's life-changing. So for me, I've had a lot of years to get used to this. I've gone through some grieving. I've gone through times in my life when I wondered if I'd be able to do anything much, like go back to school, which is what I wanted to do, and I didn't do until I was in my 40s. But I was able to do that. And I got a lot of help along the way with extra funding for assistive devices and that kind of thing, which I am forever grateful for. And I've also had a hearing dog from the Lions Foundation in Oakville, Ontario. She's now 13 and retired, but I got her just at the time that I started a new career, which was incredibly ballsy. Turning up to an office, new job, with a dog in tow. And so I'm familiar with what it's like to navigate as a quote-unquote disabled person and figure out how to get through job interviews. At what point do I tell them that, well, I have this dog? And so, and earlier on, like years ago, I used to have to ask for, I was a receptionist and an officeman, and so I always had to ask for assistive device connected to the telephone so that I could hear. Anyway, I'm telling you this because this is a big reason why I do doTERRA as a business, because I believe that everybody has the right to know that there are alternatives. We take so many over-the-counter medications that it's estimated that about 80% of the conditions we have, we can actually treat with safer alternatives. And so that's why I love essential oils so much. And I love these particular essential oils so much. Also because of the company and the good they do in the world and the opportunity to partner with them to make a difference in a way that I wouldn't be able to do by myself. So not only by helping to change people's lives, by helping them find solutions with oils, but also healing hands projects and co-impact sourcing trips and all of the things that I'm really, really looking forward to. So, by the way, if you have hearing loss, or you have someone in your family, I think mostly everyone does, have someone in your family who has some hearing loss and you're struggling a little bit with communication, I really understand what that's like. And I've been a member of the Canadian Hard of Hearing Association, which is a national hard of hearing association in Canada since 1995. And it's a wonderful resource. And there are lots of other resources that are available for helping with communication. So please reach out to me if you are looking for some ideas about that. And I'd be happy to help you. So now I'm going to tell you about the hair growth. When I first tried this, I put it into a spray bottle and filled it up with water. But this last time, I heard somebody talk about how they had just blended the oils in an empty 15 ml bottle. And so it's just a blend of 5 oils. It's lavender, frankincense, rosemary, tea tree, and peppermint. So we know that rosemary is really good for hair growth. Peppermint stimulates the scalp. Lavender is good for all things skin. Frankincense helps with cellular rejuvenation. And tea tree is an antifungal, anti-everything. So it's really helpful. Put those 5 together and you've got a dynamite combination. And they're also fairly common, so you might have those on hand now. So what I've done is I put 15 drops of each in this bottle, and I just keep this in my shower. And when I add it to my shampoo, not to the bottle. What I do is I put some shampoo in my hand, and then I put about 3 drops of this in. And I I wash my hair with the shampoo with the oils in it. And it is just, it lathers up nicely, even a shampoo that doesn't have the surfactants, and is safer because it doesn't have the surfactants in it. But it just helps to lather up the hair. And also it just feels so wonderful. after you've rinsed it out. Some people add it to their conditioner, but I don't use a conditioner. I like to use it this way. And what I'm trying to do is to make my hair healthier and also gradually to go the curly route. I'll see how curly my hair really is. It used to be very curly. So that's it. That's a little bit about me, and it's also a little bit about how you can help your hair to feel really full and luscious, and also to help with hair growth, because I use it with my shampoo because that's what I use to massage into my scalp. The conditioner I only put on my ends. And so I've got to wait another 2 months before I have a haircut. But I think it's going to be a good one. So have a wonderful day. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you've gotten some help from that. Let me know if you have any questions. And again, thank you so much for joining me.